Performance USA, the greatest entertainers in America, as requested by you, the men and women in the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Now, gang, here comes another mittful of America's top talented citizenry in answer to the request you sent in to Command Performance, Los Angeles, USA. Your master of ceremonies for tonight's soiree is one of your favorite leading men of the screen, a man who has plenty of savvy in a drawing room and a voice as smooth as a sandpapered baby, Herbert Marshall.
Thank you, Ken, and hello, gang. It's nice to be with you once again. I've never been at the helm of Command Performance before, but as your skipper, I'll try to keep this trip interesting. Matter of fact, there's something worth seeing on our starboard side right now. She's a graceful sloop with full rigging, sleek lines, and a lovely quarterdeck. Fellas, here's a dreamboat if I've ever seen one. Miss Janet Blair.
It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you were wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. We have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows
Thank you, Janet. And now, fellows, Command Performance turns to something a little more...
One moment, my pretty friend. I've got a grave problem I want to discuss with you.
Well, Jimmy Durante. Well, what's on your mind, Jimmy?
As I have stated heretofore, I have a problem.
A problem, eh? A dilemma of a controversial nature capable of solution by a neutral arbiter, or a contretemps requiring the jurisprudential talents of a barrister?
How do you like this guy? Now I got two problems.
No, I was merely inquiring, Jimmy, whether I could be of any assistance.
Oh, well, maybe you can. Being a great lover of the screen, you see, my problem is fillies.
Fillies?
Yeah, dames, wrens, chicks, wrenches, babes, trails, cuties, skirts.
Oh, tomatoes.
A Conrad. Look, Mr. Marshall, here's my problem. I can't get any place with women, and I figure a guy like you...
Might possibly be of some assistance, huh?
You took the words right out of my mouth, and that's very unsanitary.
But how can I do anything for you, Jimmy?
You know, I've watched you perform on the screen. You take a girl in your arms, you open your mouth and say something to her, and what comes out? That velvet voice. I take a girl in my arms, open my mouth and say something to her, and what comes out? Her old lady.
Well, maybe you're not saying the right things.
Perchance. Perchance. But that's where you come in, Mr. Marshall. I could use a little tutoring if your tutor's not too busy. You know, you might teach me a few points, and Durante was always one to very quickly learn.
If you'll pardon me, old boy, you just spit an infinitive.
Naturally, I don't want to make a pig out of myself.
Oh, no, forgive me now.
Excuse my dangling participle. But, Mr. Marshall, if it isn't a trade secret, I'd like to have you explain just what approach you use with the gentler sex.
The gentler sex?
A figure of speech.
Very well. Just for the sake of explanation, we'll take a hypothetical girl.
All right, but be it understood, I don't usually run around with that type of female.
Of course. Now, if you have a marriage in mind with this particular girl, you hint at it subtly by sending her orange blossoms.
Orange blossoms would just insult my girl. She looks like a smudge pot.
Now, Jimmy, I thought you were serious about this thing. You can't take romance lightly.
Au contraire, I take it seriously. À l'amour, toujours l'amour. And back to l'amour for some more toujours. I love that kind of carries on.
Maybe I could be of more help to you, Jimmy, if I knew exactly what type of woman appealed to you.
I seen a picture the other day, and there was a girl in there who really had something. Her name was, Lauren Bacall.
Oh, you mean to have or have not?
Yeah, in certain places she has, and where other girls have not.
Yes, I understand Miss Bacall is quite a bewitching creature with a haunting voice.
Precisely. I've had dames trilled me before when they talk, but when this girl says one syllable, my goose pimples stand up and shake hands with each other.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I don't think you have quite the right appeal for Miss Bacall. I've heard she prefers men who live dangerously.
What are you talking about? With my nose every time I walk through a revolving door, I'm living dangerously.
I've got news for you, Jimmy. Miss Bacall is going to be here tonight.
Well, I'll be hornswoggled. And this is the second time today my horn has been swaggled.
Now, if you want to meet her while you're at your best, I suggest you spruce up a bit.
An excellent suggestion. I shall don a more sturdy toupee. In case the young lady cares to run barefooted through my hair. I'll even take off my own shoes in case she wants to vice versa.
All right, Jimmy. See you later.